am the beast. Feed me rappers or feed me beats. I'm untamed, I need a leash. I'm insane, I need a shrink. I love brain, I need a leech. Why complain on easy streets? I don't even talk, I let the visa speak. And I like my Sprite Easter pink. And my wristwatch your pub, but the mule is cooler. I have more juice than your jeweler.
What in the world is that thing? You need some tweezers to put that little thing away? That has got to be the smallest I have ever seen in my whole life. Get the out of here. Teeny weeny, teeny weeny, shriveled little short.
Welcome to TMI, episode 2 of season 2.
We have a sponsor now.
Tommy owns his own company.
Yogen Condoms.
Apparently with small profits.
Yeah, so, who are you?
Yogen man.
I'm Mike.
And I'm Isaac, TMI. So welcome to TMI, and tell me what you think about our sponsors.
I think we need a new marketing department. So I think they're aiming too small. Yeah. Somebody needs to quit peeking.
Hey, you and Mike Myers been hanging out, right? You and Mini-Me? No, Vern Troyer, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's jump right into it.
Moving up in the world.
Something that we did not mention week 1, because, well, honestly, we didn't think there was any reason to mention it, was that about a month and a half ago, during the preseason, Mike Millen made a prediction. And me and Tommy just flat out refused to say it would happen. I said it would happen about week 8 or so.
I said by week 3, Jimmy Clausen was going to be the starter for Carolina.
And I got a thing on my cell phone from ESPN yesterday saying that Jimmy Clausen will start this week.
That's right. By week 3.
Now the reason I was arguing that was because of the long leash that John Fox always gives his quarterbacks. Apparently his sponsor is not Yogen Condoms because he has a long... Anyway.
I think that this is pretty much John Fox saying, you know, I'm on my way out, and so...
Okay, so now what happens if Clausen falls flat on his face? What option does he have then? Tony Pike?
John Fox, if this is indeed him saying he knows he's done in Carolina, okay, so what if Clausen does fall on his face? It's not going to cost Jimmy Fox or John Fox nothing.
True.
Right?
True.
And if somehow Clausen does come up and does great, well then all of a sudden John Fox looks like a hero.
I mean, as long as you're sticking with the run game and you use the Clausen as your positive down man.
Okay,
Other than trying to throw the ball down the field every time, use him as he needs to be used.
He needs to be a serviceable quarterback.
A serviceable... He's not a prostitute, he's a
He
quarterback.
needs to be efficient, an efficient quarterback.
What about that game last night? What'd you think? Hold up, this is Tuesday, so the game last night was San Francisco tying the game with 1:19 left, only to give up a field goal as time expired to the Saints.
And it was blocked.
And
partially.
It was even tipped and still went through. That's I can't get over it.
It was a good game.
Alex Smith is looking better and better. So it looks like he's finally maturing.
He's got some receivers, and he's also got a hell of a tight end.
Yeah. Top 5. Easy.
What, tight end?
Yeah.
I'd say top 3.
That's what I said. Easy.
And, I mean, Frank Gore. What else? I mean,
it was a good game, and I still think San Fran is going to win that division, even though they're 0-2. They got moxie. I use the word moxie.
Moxie.
Moxie. It's kind of like Foxy, except with an M.
Burns.
Anyway, moving on. What about those 2-0 teams we got going on here?
Surprise 2-0
teams.
Surprise 2-0 teams. We need bigger font because I can't read this.
My surprise 2-0 teams are Kansas City and Tampa Bay.
I'm shocked at Pittsburgh because they don't have
a
starting quarterback. They don't have a backup quarterback. They don't have a backup quarterback. I mean, and you're 2-0, so, you know.
Well,
thank God for Troy Polamalu.
They got Byron Leftwich.
Houston, 2-0.
No, Byron Leftwich actually got released before the game this past week, and he did re-sign today, though.
Yeah, because he's starting.
They're so wishy-washy with Brian West.
Byron
Leftwich. Come on.
I don't know. Too many sound like.
We also have Houston as a surprise 2-0 team. Not really because they're 2-0, but because one of the teams they beat to become 2-0
Was Indy.
Exactly.
Which they were 1-15 against until
And
this
handed
past
it,
game.
handed it to him.
And it's not like Indy's lost anything. Look at the game they had this past week. They won, what, 38 to...
That's cause Peyton taking it back to old school and used to beat the crap out of Eli anyway in the backyard. And also Kansas City and Tampa Bay. I mean, who in the world, who in their right mind would have thought Kansas City and Tampa Bay would be combined 4-0?
I had Kansas City. Don't let nobody fool you. Look at my picks from last week. I got Kansas City winning their division.
Would you say they'd be 2-0?
No.
Yeah.
Well, they beat San Diego.
Yeah, I know. And I got them beating San Diego for the division. 0-2 teams. Sean, I'm calling you out here. Not really calling you out. I'm calling your team out. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we have a
No,
ghost
forgive
guest. Ghost guest. He's here, but you don't see him.
Sean, you know who you are. I'm not going to say last name because I don't want to get you in trouble. But Dallas is 0-2. Yes, Brandy.
Dallas. My interpretation of Dallas is y'all are the New York Yankees of football.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we
You're
don't win
overpaid
championships.
and you underperform all the time. For the salary and the talent you have,
I agree with you. Yeah.
that's
We just had a Dallas fan agree with us.
Therefore, if John
this
Fox
is our ghost.
gets fired this year from the Carolina Panthers, we will gladly take him in Dallas.
Well, we don't want Wade Phillips.
Yeah.
I would gladly take
I
John
want Bill
Fox.
Cowher in Carolina.
Cowher's about ready to come back.
He's
I
coming.
hope so. Moving on, another 0-2 team, Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Did not see that coming.
I didn't see 0-2, but if you go to last week's TMI, I don't have them making the playoffs. So I'm shocked at the 0-2, but if they don't make it,
You know, I got Minnesota making the NFC Conference Championship. But if Brett Favre doesn't do anything, you know, last year it was all about Brett Favre, and he worked his magic. It looks like his magic has run out.
he's dyslexic. That's what he is. He's got his touchdowns and interceptions backwards.
The other 0-2 team, San Francisco, still got them picked to win the division.
Who won?
I mean, they're really not in a strong division at all. I mean, they should win their division. I mean, the toughest opponent that they should face
It's their
would be
I agree. It is themselves.
It's their self.
Because they go up against who was it, Seattle, and they get blown out. Yet then they go up against the Super Bowl champions, and they almost
take
beat
it to
them.
the end. They take it to under 2 minutes.
There were 4 or 5 plays in that game that changed the entire outcome.
But the problem is they're too inconsistent.
2 inconsistent 3 week 2, and they're
Yeah.
0-2. Hey, that's the thing.
So, any other 0-2 teams or 2-0 teams you want to look at? The rest of them are pretty much where they should be, except for maybe Chicago. Chicago beating Dallas, my upset special. Look at last year. I gotta say that's a little bit of a surprise. I think they'd be 1-1, but Dallas needs to pick it up. Dallas is their own worst enemy too.
Great Monday night game coming up. 2-0 Green Bay, 2-0 Chicago.
Go Chicago!
That's right, baby.
I want to shake our sponsor's hand.
Hey, look.
Now, hold up. You can tell in a minute. I'm going to show our advertisement again right now.
Yojin condoms for the mini you in her.
Yojin man.
Welcome back to TMI. What do you have to say, Yo?
I have our slogan, if you will. Yojin for the mini me in you.
Yeah, we have no taste. We're very sophomoric. Cut! How are we going to make our teams and not pick them?
I mean, it's
All right, ready. And we're moving on here with the gay Burt Reynolds, Mr. Smokey Independent.
He looked like Tom Cruise.
He my Trans Am.
With the,
He's kind of a tranny himself. And the first game on the schedule is the Lions at the Vikings. So, Mr. Burt, what do you have?
I have the Vikings, Smokey.
I believe I want to change mine actually and go with the Lions.
The Lions have the fewest passing yards in the NFL through 2 weeks. I have the Vikings. Packers. Game number 3, we have the Colts at the Broncos. We don't have to have a countdown here because we have different picks. I have the Colts.
I have the Broncos.
I have
Colts. Come on, say
Colts.
it right. All right, there we go.
And the final game of the week, like we said last week, the Panthers will be the 4th game every week, except when they're on their bye week.
Bengals.
Sucks. I'm starting it all over again this year. Last week I picked Chicago to beat Dallas.
head swelling.
Oh God! Stop!
Ah!
Okay.
Okay, so anyway, my vision's blurry now. Tommy, who do you have as an upset special this week?
Yojin man.
Yojin Man is his upset special of the week.
Who do I have? I forgot. I have. Well, on paper, I have San Francisco over Kansas City
And that is a paper-only upset.
as an upset. Hey, one's 0-2, one's 2-0.
But it could go either way. I think they're pretty much even. San Fran may be a little bit better than Kansas City, but
I got Tampa Bay beating Pittsburgh.
both 2-0 teams.
Pittsburgh is running through quarterbacks like like a knife through butter. I mean, they're just.
It kind of reminds me of Carolina.
Yeah,
A couple years ago.
yeah.
When we pulled 87-year-old
like
Testaverde off the couch.
We played like 4 or 5 quarterbacks that year.
I got Atlanta over New Orleans as my upset pick.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good pick though.
They're playing at New Orleans,
I mean,
right?
New Orleans is not putting up
New
points
Orleans
like they were
is
last year.
Not playing up to par like they did last year.
I'm picking against Isaac this week.
What's your picks?
I don't
Yeah,
have
Sean,
that
what's
pick.
your
Let's run through them. Vikings and Lions.
I'm going with the upset,
You speak
like
up.
mine.
Speak
With the
up.
Lions.
I'm going with the Lions. Going to beat the Vikings.
Sweet.
All right, we got Bears, Packers at Packers.
I'm going with the Packers.
All right.
We have the Colts and the Broncos at Denver.
Colts.
We got the Bengals and the Panthers at Carolina.
I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals on this, even though I'm a Carolina fan too, but I'm gonna have to go with the Bengals on this.
Y'all ain't getting free.
Yojin.
Y'all ain't getting free condoms.
And Sean, what's your upset special of the week?
I'm going with Miami over the Jets.
Prove it.
My opinion on that is that I think they're going to be so pumped by beating Yojin Man.
Yojin man.
You ever figure out who farted last week? Brandy, did you fart last week? The box. Use the box. Look down. Yeah, right there. You see it? Hey,
Leave a
that's
message
not
right
the
here.
box. That's not the box.
Or below it.
Yeah, below it. Wow. Look there, look there, look there. Look for the little yellow box that says subscribe.
Where's Waldo? I feel like you put me on the
Yeah.
Waldo
Oh yeah.
chest.
Water. I
I believe it's right here.
Subscribe is up here.
Well,
Waldo's up here.
Well, water knows who. You guys gotta look.
if you're on our channel, subscribe is right there. If you're not on our channel, subscribe should be right there. So click on it, subscribe to us, tell your friends. Hey, post us on Facebook. Do what you do to help us do what we do.
So I can
grow. Just help us grow.
So I can do what I do when I gotta do what I gotta do. You know.
It's not real. It's a candle.
That's why I don't feel anything.
I've
I've been drinking on this for 10 minutes.
Hey, you gonna hit us both in one hit?
That was good, wasn't it? Mike's World.
See ya,
Oh.
sucker.
And you can do Jack Swing!